Front and center soldiers, welcome back to another video. And today, I have something fun for this video today. And y'all are gonna like this, hopefully. And this right here, I am gonna review over. And I just want to say thank y'all so much for supporting my channel and for getting me up to 22 subscribers. Let's get into the video. Now, this is an AK-47. This is a Lego version. Now, when I bought this thing, it looked kind of stable, all right? And I thought, you know what? The pieces look very stable enough to where they won't just like fall off or completely break down, just like that thing. And you can barely see it. It's the Mauser pistol right here. And I was actually kind of anxious of trying to get this thing for so long. And about a month ago, I got it and I built it. And the reason why I haven't made a video over it is because I didn't know on how I was going to make the video. And also, I just wanted my background to look better than usual. And so let's get into this. So the actual gun itself is pretty heavy as it is. This thing, I mean, it's kind of heavy for, if it's made out of Lego and it's a gun like this, you would count it as kind of heavy. But one thing that was very disappointing for me was that, as you can see right here, this is the right side. I don't know why they put it on the left, but pretty sure it's not supposed to go there. So in reality, when you're shooting it, you cock it like this, with your right hand, or you can go over with your left hand, or you can do it like this. I mean, it's supposed to be on the right side. But when the bolt is on the left side, I mean, that's already a huge flaw right there. I mean, it's from the left side. So, I mean, that's not how an AK is. It's supposed to be on the right side. It said it's on the left side. And it really annoys me when I'm trying to aim with this thing, but I just see this huge A thing right here just blocking my view. And I'm right-handed, so if it's on my right shoulder, I'm looking at this thing, I'm looking at the friggin' bolt. It's annoying. It's triggering my OCD. It's stupid. They couldn't just design it the way it was supposed to. I mean, it could have just gone right here. What's so hard about that? And this is made from Brick Arms. I'm not sponsoring them because I will not ever. Even though they do make some cool guns, this just throws it all off. I probably won't ever be sponsored by anything because my videos are very poor and low quality. So yeah. I will have to say one thing I do kind of like is the grip of it. It's actually a pretty sturdy grip. If you grip it as hard as you can, it won't break. For my other Lego guns, if you were to like really squeeze on the grip, they'll break. Like they'll just completely collapse. Like the one in my first video that I did, if I were to squeeze onto the grip too much and if I were to move it around, it would just like completely shatter off and I had to restart on the whole thing. But this one, the grip is actually really strong. Let's get to the magazine part, all right? The magazine part, I have to say, is actually kind of accurate, except it's more straight than the actual mag of the actual gun. And I really would love it if they made it to where it can somehow be curved, or at least put some extra bricks right here to where it would do that. I don't know why they didn't do that. I don't know why they didn't put a little bit more time and effort into this, but I mean, I just think if they were to put a little bit more effort into this and making this, I really think it would have turned out to be better. It's great as it is. I mean, it's okay. It's pretty good. But I just think it had so much potential to be better. And I actually tried to modify this thing in some ways. Yeah, not happening. Because it's literally impossible. Now let's get to the actual, let's get to the stock part. The stock Simple as it is, just a little curve down. This part took me the longest to try and understand on what it was trying to do. I'm not gonna explain it to y'all because it's still very hard for me to try to comprehend on what they were thinking on whenever they were making this. But it's very complex the way and how they made it to where it goes down like that. Although it looks simple enough, it's really complex. Mostly just in this area. The rest of it, it's pretty simple. But in this area, it's not, because if you're just like a bit off, you can't really put on this part right here, because you need to put this on first and then this part. I could in fact break this thing off. In fact, I can do it, and when I did it, it was just like a no stock AK-47, and what I did was that I removed that. Actually, I was trying to experiment with this thing. I removed the stock and I moved the barrel, and I just had this thing, the body of it, and it just looked like some weird like steampunk, like something you would see in the Apocalypse or something like that, or if Star Wars did like tinker with it or something like that, and just got rid of the barrel or the stock, and it just looks like that. It kind of looks like a machine pistol. It reminds me a lot of Fallout, where a lot of the guns are basically small but deadly. You see where I'm saying? All right, I'm just gonna stop talking. And actually, if you remove this piece right here from the stock, opening parts right there, you can actually see inside of it pretty good. It's very long. This one about the same length. And that's another thing. It breaks off so easily. I just can't really seem to put it back on there that good. I'm just gonna try to put these back on there. How about we just leave that? All right, so let's get to the part where it's the bipod. Y'all are probably looking at that in the first place, like the first thing you'll have seen. The bipod part I don't like, but the reason why I keep it on there is so that it gives it a little more detail, because it's not too detailed, and I just like keeping it on there so that way, well, so I can keep it up to where it's standing and not just falling over, or to where it's so easy that you can just basically tip it and it's just gonna fall. And yeah, that's basically all. That's the only reason why I kept it on there for, and for also this review, so I can show y'all the bipod. And another thing that Brick Arms seems to tend on doing, is that they give you these bullets, all right, and they give you these little bullets, but they don't go in the gun. You can't reload the gun. They have no purpose except for what I'm guessing is going to be the like personalization or whatever you want to do with them. I mean, I don't see the point. Like that's the main question I have for it. Why do they have those little bullets that you don't need them for? All right. If any of y'all have purchased a gun like this from Brick Arms, or purchased like something similar to that, you probably know what I'm talking about. They come with these little bullets, and I lost them actually. I don't know where they are, but they come with these little bullets that are very, very small compared to rifle ammunition like 7.62. It's just stupid. Let me just get off that. But the bipod part, as I was trying to say, it's very wobbly. You cannot be, if you were to try playing with this thing, it's gonna break, and it's not even supposed to do that because it breaks off so easily. In fact, I'm gonna try to take it off. Like, look how easy that is. All you do, you put it on like this. I'm just gonna leave it out. Another annoying thing is that when you take it off, it takes off this part. So let me try to get that back on. Also, just so you know, I'm not fully criticizing them. I'm not at all. Don't y'all dare think that. I'm just pointing out and reviewing this thing on some flaws and mistakes that they had, that they have made. But I'm just gonna keep that off right now because this looks a lot more natural. But I will have to say that if y'all are interested in buying it, just go check out Brick Arms. And it's actually, they actually do some really cool stuff like M16. I believe they have a shotgun and quite a few pistols. But just be aware that they are fragile. All right, they are fragile. Just like the Mauser Pistol over there. In fact, because they're fragile, I decided to get a spray and spray it on them. Now, the spray itself said that all you have to do is just coat them. When in reality, you have to spray every single individual piece where it sticks on. It's basically like a little glue. It is a glue, but it's different, all right? It doesn't really glue them together, but it just sticks on there to where anything else that's touching just sticks with it. So it's not necessarily glue. It's just more like a stick. It's more like a stick spray. What am I talking about? All right, back to the gun. In fact, I tried to put that over the barrel and it looks crappy. Sorry for that. I'm not gonna try to attempt to just wash it all off because I'm lazy and I'm fat and I really just don't want to put too much time and effort into that. The barrel is really easy to take off, as I did right there. Yeah, how would you like to have this thing on your side? It's like a stupid little pistol with a stock on it and a huge mag. The barrel overall, you can see the gas chamber right there. Or I mean, sorry, the gas piston, I believe. I don't remember all the parts for the AK-47. Sorry if I sell this. Sorry if I'm saying stupid stuff right now. But the sight, you can aim. Although I kind of like the way and how they did the barrel part. I kind of like that. It's kind of clever of them. But if you I do have to recommend if you are gonna try to buy this, I do have to recommend. Just remember, it is very fragile, as I said before. Also, just a quick tip: if you want to, you should probably get some glue. All right, Lego glue or something like that, because as I said before, it's fragile. And I do have to say, get some glue or something like that. Do not get that spray crap. I mean, it's worthless. I mean, you can't really use it. It's just not worth it. There's also this piece right here, rear sight. I will have to go over the trigger. The trigger is pretty standard as it is. The guard, I really like the way and how they did the guard. The trigger, of course, you have to pull it back up in order to press it back every single time. But I really like the way and how they put it into the grip right here. I'm gonna try to zoom that in on y'all. I like on how they did it on the grip part right here. And it's actually inside the grip. And that part was actually a little hard to make. But it's actually fairly easy due to the lack of time it took me to make it. But it was actually really good. But overall, my overall rating over this gun, if I was going to have to rank it from like a 1 out of 10, by 10 being so realistic you can't tell it apart, to 1 being like a minifigure or something like that, like a small mini variant of it, to where it's so stupid and unrealistic, I will have to rate this as a possible 6, all right? Because if you're far away and you saw someone with this, you probably would think that it is a real gun. But if you get a lot closer, like let's say if you're like maybe like a few hundred feet away or a little less, maybe you would think that this was not real. But I have to say, I would recommend buying it. Just so you know, it's fragile. You should really think about buying it, though. What am I saying? You should buy this if you want to. But I just highly recommend getting something that will make it to where it won't break as easy, such as some glue or something similar to that. Do not get any spray stuff. I swear it. If you get spray stuff, I swear to God, I will come to your house and I'll kick you in your balls. Joke. But overall, it's okay. It's okay. It's pretty good. If you were to, it seems more to be like a decoration, which is what all the guns are basically for. Unless you want to modify them and like make it to where they won't break. Maybe you can like play with them or something like that, or use them. Or if you're really, really smart and if you're really, really good, you can make it to where it shoots. I have never seen a person do that before, but if one of y'all were able to do that, hit me up, please. Yeah, so basically that wraps it all up. That's the whole gun review. I know it's not that good. I'm sorry, guys, but there's not a whole lot I can say about it. I mean, I basically went over every single piece of it that would actually make sense going over. It's actually kind of cool. All right, I love putting this up on my shelf back there. You can see. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, it's not bad, but it's not the best. All right, I just have to say that it's not bad, but it's not the best. But yeah, that'll have to wrap it up for this video. All right, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video. At ease.